Alright, welcome back to Fast Gadgets. So for now I have a very quick unboxing video for you. I talked before about upgrading to a new system, and I've actually come to a conclusion, and I did purchase a new system. Now, the thing is, some of the rules that I used in deciding which system I would get, I didn't have to, but I decided to throw out. If you've had a chance to watch my Best Buy window shopping video, you know that one of the things that I ended up valuing more than I thought I would was portability, and design. So I had to take those two things into consideration, and the system that I ended up buying didn't meet all of the rules I originally set forth, but it did meet the majority of my rules, and I'll explain what I'm going to do while I'm doing the unboxing. And this won't be a traditional unboxing. I don't know about you guys, but I really find it boring when somebody basically unboxes and pulls out the power cord and all that stuff. So I will, for the most part, bypass that stuff and unbox the system while I'm talking about why I decided to do what I did. So without further ado, the system I purchased is a MacBook Pro, and I did get this item brand new, and I did get a really good sale, so I was actually pleasantly surprised with the price I could get. And I also had a student discount I applied, so I got a really good price on it that I couldn't pass up. Because I got such a good price, down the road I still would be able to buy a new Windows-based system that I would convert to Linux, or, as many of my viewers have said, I could actually put Linux on this system and it would work just fine. I don't think I'm going to do that, and I'll tell you why. This system only has a 256 gigabyte SSD. Much like my Lenovo Yoga 2. Well, with my Lenovo Yoga 2, I decided to only do Fedora 24 because it only has a 256 gigabyte SSD, so it doesn't really have a whole lot of room, so I decided not to do the dual boot on that particular system. So it's Linux only. So I still have a Yoga 2 Pro with an i7 that is going to be Linux only. So I will still be using that system as one of my daily drivers. I already had an older MacBook Pro that I used quite a bit, and I will continue to use a MacBook, mainly because I have a new one now. But I use the MacBook maybe 30% of the time compared to the Linux system. So very quickly, I did get the usual. I've got the Mac paperwork, power supply, extra cable, well, not the extra cable, the extender, which I'm sure I'll be needing for the schools that I teach in. A lot of time you can't get power right where you need it. Now, some of you may ask, why the 13-inch, and why did you wait, or why didn't you wait for the 2016 model? Well, a couple of reasons. I do need the ports that are available on this system for my uses. I could have probably got by with USB-C, but I decided I would get this one because I actually like the port arrangement on this one. I think it's better for me. So I'm going to go ahead and unseal. I know everybody, well, I know many people love this. I'm not a big fan of this, but there's that beautiful sound. And we will slide it out. So here's a couple things I like about this system. Number one, it's very light. Compared to my current MacBook Pro 13-inch 2011, this one is light. So it does meet my requirements for being portable and easily transportable, because I will be doing some traveling. Been talking with my wife, and she's going to get a different job, so there's going to be some travel involved, and I'm going to go with her much of the time because my teaching schedule allows me to do that. And I really wanted something portable that I could take with me, so I'll have this system and my Lenovo Yoga 2 i7. I'm going to go ahead and see if this will power up. Hopefully it's got enough charge. Sounds pretty good. So those two systems will be my major travel systems. It will basically complete what I need to have with me as I travel. I'll have the Mac system like I always did, and I'll have my Linux system like I always did. And more than likely I'll be doing the majority of my editing and day-to-day use on my Linux system, because I really love that. Well, I like the hardware that I have with the Lenovo Yoga 2, and I really like the operating system as well. It basically does everything I need it to do. Alright, I'm gonna log into my Wi-Fi here, so give me just 1 second. But yeah, thinking about what I wanted, doing the window shopping is a big payoff, and I'm really hoping there isn't a point where we lose Best Buy or some of the stores that are available. There's some mom and pop shops as well, because quite honestly, what do you think? Should I use location services? Find my Mac, huh? Well, maybe I'll do that, because if it got stolen I could find it. Might be a good idea. I'm going to put in my Apple ID and I'll be right back. Forgot where I was. But anyway, the reason I was saying I think it's really important that we have the ability to go out and actually put our hands on systems. I know Amazon shopping is fun and easy to do, but to me it's really important to be able to go out and look at the system and physically touch it, and that's really what made me decide what I wanted. Aesthetics is something that's very important in my opinion. Hold on 1 second. So getting your hands on really makes a difference. I don't know how you feel about that, but to me, yeah, it is definitely important. I actually went in and typed on all the computers I was interested in. I looked at the screens. I compared the quality of the build. I went through everything very carefully, and I really believe it's really important, because until you've done that, when you order something through the mail without having touched it, you may find something like, oh, I type on the keyboard and it's very uncomfortable, or I don't like the way the keyboard types, or I don't like the trackpad. This trackpad, for example, has the newer Apple Mac trackpad that has the motor underneath it, and I actually prefer the older one, but you know, I tried to balance out everything. What did I want? Well, I did want a quad-core CPU, but when I actually started handling the systems, I realized I don't like bulk. I like the size of the system. I like the design of the system, but I also want to try to meet halfway. My other system was just a 2011 MacBook, so it was definitely older, and I wanted to kind of meet in the middle, and I had to update my rules. I had to think about what I was getting and what I wanted and go from there. So I am pleased with my purchase. I see I'm going to have to reverse the trackpad because I don't like it this way. And I don't even know how to do that. I guess I'll have to figure it out, won't I? But anyway, just a short video. I'm going to have more of a talk as I've used this system for a little while. I'll be comparing it to my older MacBook Pro. More than likely I'll be selling the older MacBook Pro at some point, which, you know, if I don't have to, I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm one of those types who likes to collect systems as well, so I'm really going to have to think about what I want to do and whether I want to sell it or keep it. My battery's dying, so I'm going to say thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. And again, like and subscribe.